Emergency live stream here from Indianapolis. The Jets just made a massive trade. Jermaine Johnson is gone, folks. Jermaine Johnson has been traded to the Tennessee Titans. I just landed in Indianapolis, and this is the news I get to see right here, right when I get here, which is the Jets getting a brand new player to their regime, a former second-round pick, Tavondre. Ooh, baby. This is interesting. Tavondre Sweat, a former second-round pick of the Tennessee Titans back in 2024. He was an early pick in the second round for them. Robert Saleh, of course, is going to be getting his guy of Jermaine Johnson reuniting with him. Let me know your thoughts of this. We talked about this on the channel multiple times throughout these last few weeks that the New York Jets are going to have to make a decision between Jermaine Johnson and Will McDonald. And boy, did they just do that. They just did that. Now, I loved Jermaine Johnson, and it's sad to see him go, but it definitely feels like the Jets were either going to prioritize Jermaine Johnson or prioritize Will McDonald. And based off what Darren Muji said yesterday or Tuesday, whenever he spoke, seems like he's going to be picking up the fifth-year option of Will McDonald. And this also goes to show you where the Jets are going at pick number 2. They are definitely getting an edge rusher. I think that is a guarantee. Now we can all say together that the Jets are most likely going to be going after a edge rusher at that second overall pick, whether that's a Vel Reese, a David Bailey, or a Reuben Bain. But with these trades, the one thing I do love about the Jets when they are making these trades, they're not just trading away Jermaine Johnson for draft capital. They're trading away Jermaine Johnson for a player that fits what the Jets are trying to build. A player-for-player trade, I think, is something that the Jets have not really done recently, but Darren Muji seems to be all about that. It really does. And I think getting a guy like Sweat in return in this definitely makes me feel a little bit better about it. I love Jermaine Johnson. It's definitely sad to see him go, coming off that Achilles injury. Last year, he was not the same player. I think he's going to be an absolute baller for the Tennessee Titans. And this is a fan favorite. This is another guy that the Jets are really, Jets fans are going to feel really that draft class is all gone. The last man standing is Garrett Wilson, and we'll see if Breece Hall is going to be here. Jeremy Rucker did get extended. But, man, we do have some big-time breaking Jets news that I definitely wanted to go live here from Indianapolis to get your guys' thoughts about it because, I don't know, I felt like this was coming eventually this offseason, but not at this stage. While we're at the Combine, the Jets, of course, dominate the headlines. So let me know your thoughts right now. Hit that thumbs up button on your way in as we are live from Indianapolis talking about this breaking news because I'm just at a loss for words, man. Because the Jets have a big hole to fill at that defensive tackle position with Quinnen Williams being traded away, but they just filled that. Now, Sweat is not the level of Quinnen Williams by any stretch of the imagination, but the good news about this, folks, is that now you look at the defensive tackle position, it's not a big weakness anymore in my eyes. You look at Jawan Briggs, Harrison Phillips, and now Sweat, and then you're going to draft an Arvell Reese potentially, and you have Will McDonald, and then you can bring in a veteran in free agency. I like the way that this defense is rounding up, especially up front. Jermaine Johnson was a big piece of the future of the Jets, at least I thought. But, again, they had to make a decision between Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson, and they made their decision. Jermaine Johnson was either going to get a contract extension or get traded. I really did believe that. I really did believe that it was either going to be an extension for Jermaine or he's going to get traded. There was no way they were going into this upcoming season with Jermaine entering a contract year, and then they're going to go into that whole situation. So I think it's very interesting. Also, you look at the scheme that the New York Jets are implementing. This is the exact type of piece the Jets need, a pure nose tackle, a guy that's going to be an absolute menace plugging up the run, up the middle. Next to Harrison Phillips is going to be massive. Jermaine Johnson is a perfect scheme fit, of course, for Robert Saleh, which is why they targeted Jermaine Johnson. This is one of those examples where you have two young players that are not really the perfect fit in this said scheme, and they're swapping things out. I think Sweat's a really good football player. I think Johnson's a great football player. And it really is interesting as well because the Jets are, going all in on building out the roster around Aaron Glenn's philosophy. So you guys let me know your overall thoughts about this. There's definitely going to be a lot of things coming out. The Jets are also saving some money, apparently, as well on this trade. And I'm just at a loss for words because Caleb Downs right now is about to be spoken to, or right now he's at the podium, like literally over there. And I was ready to go interview him and ask him some questions about the Jets. But this news broke, and I'm like, well, he's not going to be a Jet. There's no way the Jets are drafting a safety at pick number 2, even though that felt like a long shot to begin with. But now it's definitely not happening. It seems like the Jets are 100% all in of getting an edge rusher at this position at that second overall pick. So you guys let me know your overall thoughts right now. Definitely some crazy stuff that we're seeing. across the NFL. The first domino to fall is here in the NFL draft, the NFL offseason frenzy. You can tell that Robert Saleh definitely wanted this player. And the one thing I will say about, targeting T'Vondre Sweat, I feel like now the Jets are getting their type of guys in the building. And I also said this entering this offseason that, expect your favorite Jets players to get traded away. Just expect it, man. It's inevitable. The Jets are going to be trading away guys that we all love. I mean, you look at his numbers last year, bro. I mean, he was graded out as the 5th best defensive tackle in all of football last year on PFF. I mean, that's off the charts. You're talking about an 83.4 overall grade. He had a 4th in the NFL run defense grade, 79.3, 74.1 pass rushing grade. He had 21 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 14 assisted. He was an absolute dog. He's your typical, nose tackle that's going to line up over the center and just really hone in and be a glue of that defensive line. I'm absolutely all in on this move, man. I really am. I love Jermaine Johnson. It's going to be a tough pill to swallow, but it's not like we're trading away Jermaine for a 3rd-round pick or even a 2nd-round pick. You're getting a football player that has experience in the NFL, that is a pure defensive menace. 6'4", 362 pounds, and 24 years old. The Jets need a player like this up the middle after trading away Quinnen Williams. I mean, when you're trading away a guy like Jermaine, there's a lot of things that needs to be processed, right? Number one, you're sad because we love Jermaine. Sad to see him go. But then you got to look at what's coming back in return. And I think that T'Vondre Sweat is going to be someone that Jets fans are going to love. I genuinely believe that. So let me know where you stand in the comments. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button because I think that this is just the first domino to fall for the Jets in the trade market. The one thing about Darren Muji is he's not afraid to make trades. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to call up different players. He's going to call up different teams, of course, to make aggressive trade offers. And this is one of those trades that I think that opens up the floodgates. And this is not going to be processed for a little bit as well. But the full compensation, at least what we're seeing right now, it's just a swap. It's just a swap. I mean, that's what it's seeing right now. It seems like a Jermaine Johnson for T'Vondre Sweat swap. And I think this is a win-win. I think this is one of those rare trades in the NFL where the Titans are winning and the Jets are winning. The Titans are building a brand new system with Robert Saleh being their head coach. Obviously, Jermaine Johnson was there with the Jets when Saleh drafted him. They love Jermaine over there in that type of system. And we said, even when Aaron Glenn became the Jets head coach, that Jermaine and some of these guys are not really perfect scheme fits for the Jets, and they got to get their guys. And this is a perfect example of someone that's going to be more of a scheme fit. A perfect example, too, is the Jets targeted Jarvis Brownlee from the Titans last year. They like that, the Titans defense. They're trying to pluck away some players over there. So I think that this is going to be very, very interesting. I think the Jets are going to be aggressive this offseason, man. And I also think you can really say the Jets are definitely going to get Arvell Reese at pick number 2 or David Bailey, one of the better edge rushers in the NFL. But let me know your thoughts about this because, some people are saying this is highway robbery from the Jets. Like, from a non-biased perspective, everybody is saying that the Jets won this trade right away. And the Jets are also saving $13 million in cap space because the Jets were basically paying Jermaine Johnson his 5th-year option money this year, which was going to be a lot of money guaranteed on the cap. That frees it up. T'Vondre Sweat is on a 2nd-round contract deal. He has 2 years left on his deal, I believe. But let me double-check that because he was drafted in the 2nd round, and he, I believe, played 2 seasons so far in the NFL. So if my math is correct, that means he has 2 more years under contract with the Jets for very cheap control. Very, very cheap control. So I'm pulling up the contract details right now because that's definitely something we need to see. So, yes. I mean, the cap hit this season is $2.6 million. Next year's are $3 million. So the Jets are saving money. They're getting a guy that's absolute a dog at that position. So, and then you also look at the draft. Are they going to go after a defensive tackle? And also, Jermaine Johnson is up there in age now, coming off an Achilles. Johnson literally tore his Achilles. Coming off an Achilles last year, was not the same player. I mean, how can you not like this trade? I like this, man. I think that, would you rather the Jets go after a player that was, like a draft pick for a lottery ticket or someone that's established in the NFL? You absolutely never know. You absolutely never know. This is a unbelievable trade that just went down for the New York Jets. I did not see it coming. And I think that the Achilles that Jermaine Johnson suffered was a big reason why he regressed. I think that having a full season underneath his belt without, that Achilles injury is only going to benefit him long term in terms of his development, getting back into the swing of things. But at the end of the day, this is a big swing for the New York Jets, really being able to hone in on what the scheme is being implemented here with Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji and the new coaching staff and all that. So let me know your guys' thoughts right now, because this is absolutely massive stuff right here that we need to talk about. Let me know in the chat. Is this a great move, bad move? Are you happy? Are you not happy? I got to hear your guys' thoughts right now, because I think Jets fans are definitely, their mind is spinning. And I think there's going to be two levels of processing. First, it's like, oh no, we're letting go of Jermaine Johnson. We love him, but then who are we getting back? Who are we getting back, man? I think that Jermaine was a beast before his injury, but now we're looking at a guy in Tavondre Sweat coming back in this deal. I absolutely love that idea. I absolutely love that idea, man. No doubt about it. We're live here from Indianapolis at the NFL Scouting Combine for your breaking Jets news. This is absolutely unbelievable right here. Let me know your thoughts right now, because I think the chat is onto it, man. Sweat is on his rookie deal too. Home run for the Jets. Sweat is younger and has the higher ceiling. Couldn't agree more, man. I think that, how can you not like this trade for the Jets? I feel like, how can you not? Lissell with the first super chat of the show. Appreciate you. Glad to see you made it to the combine. Try to find Arvel Reese for an interview, my guy. He is my future Jet. Yeah, I think Arvel Reese is most likely going to be a New York Jet, man. I really do. I think that there's a no-brainer. I mean, we talked about, and it's funny, I recorded a video I was planning to upload on the channel this morning, and that, I guess, is not being uploaded. I guess I'll upload it later today. It's about Arvel Reese and a little bit more about what's going on in the combine. But now the breaking news with Jermaine Johnson is completely screwed over my whole content plan. So thank you to Lissell for the super chat. Cannot thank you enough. And I think that the Jets going after a defensive tackle in the NFL draft early is now ruled out, in my opinion. I don't think the Jets are going to go after a defensive tackle early. I think that now you have three defensive tackles alike in Jawan Briggs and Harrison Phillips and now Sweat. So I think that's a lot of different things. Do we go to a 3-4 defense? Yeah, so it's a hybrid, man. It's not going to be 3-4. It's not going to be 4-3. It's going to be a mixture of both. That's the cool thing about the flexibility of the Aaron Glenn system. It's going to be more of a 3-4 base, but there's going to be 4-3 principles. They're going to be going into some hybrids. And Aaron Glenn talked about it on his interview with Eric Allen of the New York Jets yesterday, if you guys want to check that out. It's not going to be your standard just 3-4. It's going to be a hybrid and unique, what they did with Detroit. So definitely more of a 3-4 scheme, but with some 4-3 principles still in there. They can be versatile. They can be creative. They can, confuse people. And I think now with the Jets, having Aaron Glenn more hands-on, it's going to be a little bit more with that. And I think that, Jawan Briggs coming on in here is a big piece of this defensive line from last year. And Harrison Phillips being the culture guy, I mean, I think that's just a no-brainer now. The defense is finally rounding out. I'm excited about this move. Let me know your guys' thoughts right now. Hit that thumbs up button, because this news came out of absolutely nowhere, and I think Jets fans are all processing this news right now. Everybody's processing this. I was about to interview Caleb Downs, and I'm like, is it even worth interviewing Caleb Downs? Because we all know he's not going to be a Jet. Am I right? Because why would the Jets draft Caleb Downs now when you just traded away one of your best edge rushers? Okay? So I feel like I love this trade. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm liking it, man. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm liking it. Thank you for the super chat, Zed. $10 super chat. Your guy Larry here. My guy Larry, no way. Glad you made it safe, bro. I was going to call, but I know you're live. I love this move. We have to go Bain at 2, right? I wouldn't mind Reese either. Shout out to my boy Larry, man. He's the legend. Met him down at the Senior Bowl. Great, awesome dude. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Larry. Cannot thank you enough. You are the man. Big reason why I was able to get connected with Tyron Montgomery is because of this guy, Larry. And, yeah, I think that Bain or a Reese or a Bailey is a lock at number 2, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I don't know if Bain really would – I mean, I would like Bain, trust me. But I don't know if the Jets are going to go with Bain or Reese or Bailey. And that's the beautiful part about the draft. You never know where the Jets are going to go. I think that it's really an arms race to see where the Jets are going to feel comfortable at that position. So let me know your thoughts. And a big shout out to my guy Larry for the super chat, man. Cannot thank you enough for the consistent support of the channel. But this is a massive trade, bro. This is an absolute massive, massive trade that we are talking about here on Jets Media. Can you guys let me know in the comments your overall thoughts of the trade? Because I definitely feel like Jets fans need to let their opinions be heard. Please feel free to comment your thoughts of the trade. Do you like it or not? Are you processing it? Is Darren Muji cooking or is he not cooking? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right now, folks. I think a lot of Jets fans are processing this. Will McDonald now is interesting, man. Will McDonald now is going to be a piece to this future. No doubt about it. Breaking news indeed, man. This is some breaking news. Where did this coming? Jets probably re-signing Brees. Now, where's that coming from? Is that more breaking news that's coming out right now or what? Where are you seeing that? Yeah, because Darren Muji said that they're working on a deal with Brees Hall. Working on a deal. Now, here is the cap ramifications of this deal from Rich Cimini of ESPN. He says, cap ramifications of the trade. Johnson counts $13.4 million of this year's cap. He's in the final year of his deal. Sweat, a 2024 second-round pick, will count for $1.7 million on the cap. Wow. So this is really good stuff. This is really, really good stuff. I mean, how could you be mad at this, bro? How can you be mad at this if you are a Jets fan? This is why it's hard to do mock drafts. Everyone's like, Richie, where are your mock drafts? Where are your mock drafts? Where are your mock drafts? I think that the mock drafts are hard to do until you see where the Jets are going in free agency and, of course, in the trade market. Another super chat from my boy Moose City, $5. Bain or Reese at 2, and I'm taking best player available at 16. Would you take an offensive line at 16? Who's your hope? Now, we also have to wait to see who the Jets are going to get in free agency on the offensive line. Are they going to be retaining Elijah Vera Tucker? Are they going to be retaining John Simpson? Because if both of them walk, then offensive line is on the cards at 16. No doubt. No doubt. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Where do you think the Jets are going to go at those picks? I definitely feel like at the end of the day, it is very, very intriguing to see where the Jets are going right now at pick 16. I think that Bain or Reese or Bailey at 2 is a lock, but then the big question is, who are they going to go at 16? Let me know in the chat right now. Where do you think the Jets would go at pick 16? Let me know as I need to plug in my computer as it is dying on me. So give me 1 second, folks. I'm not going anywhere. Just plugging in my charger. Just plugging it in, man. I gotta admit, I miss going live with you guys. I feel like I haven't been live with you in a minute. And it feels good. Feels good, man, to be here in Indianapolis. Feels great. It does feel great. So the people asking about the cap situation, the Jets are saving like a lot of money on their cap. So now they're going to have more money to spend in free agency, by the way. More, not less. More money to spend in free agency. So I think that is absolutely fantastic stuff. Just fantastic stuff. How can you not like that? $92 million the Jets have in cap now. 92 mil. And they're going to be aggressive. We talked about, well, actually, I recorded a video I was going to upload this morning. So I got to upload that later today. But we found out the free agency plan. And the free agency plan is for the Jets to get guys that are old and veterans to kind of build out the team. And I think that this addition of Sweat adds so much flexibility to this Jets team heading into the offseason. Zed with another super chat, draft edge and wide receiver in round 1. The problem is, like, my favorite wide receivers are not going to be there at 16. I mean, Denzel Boston will be available, but, like, Mekhi Lemon's going to be gone. I don't know if Tyson's going to be there, so we'll see. But I like the idea of getting a wide receiver at 16. Thank you for the super chat, Zed. Really do appreciate that. Really, really do appreciate that, man. Mooj is cooking. You best believe he's cooking. He's cooking, baby. I got to make a poll in the chat because I got to get your guys' thoughts of the trade. Let me make a poll in the chat. Start a poll. Let me make a poll in the chat. Are you happy with the trade? All right, guys, the poll is live. Let me know your thoughts because, oh, my goodness, the Jets have made a massive trade. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. We only got 44 likes. We can get way more like buttons smashed. We're live from Indianapolis at the Combine, and I think that this is a big, big time for the Jets to figure out where they are going at this stage of the offseason. I think that we have a good idea of where the Jets' head's at because this is the first domino to fall. And we heard from Muji, we heard from Aaron Glenn, and it's crazy that they're making moves while they're here at the Combine. Seems like the majority of the chat already is high on this trade. They're voting yes, they like this trade. They like the trade. Okay, if you like the trade, let me know why in the comments. I think there's a lot of interesting things people are referring to on X about this trade as well. Now, the next domino to fall is going to be Breece Hall. I think next week is definitely something we're going to see what the Jets are going to be doing. But at the end of the day, man, we all know where the Jets are going at number 2. And it's funny because I went to interview Caleb Downs, and I'm like, there's no reason for it. No reason for it. But T'Vondre Sweat, what are we getting back? What are we getting back, man? I'm excited. I'm excited about this. Because this is basically a scheme swap. That's what this is. It's an absolute scheme swap. Sweat does not fit Salah's scheme. Johnson does not fit the Jets scheme. It's as simple as that, man. It's as simple as that. It is absolutely as simple as that. So let me see what super chats are coming in. Yeah, we're going 3-4 now for sure. If Breece wants out, let him go. I don't know, man. Why would we want Breece out? This frees up more cash to be able to afford Breece on that tag, by the way. It absolutely frees it up for the New York Jets to be able to afford Breece Hall's tag option or even getting him a contract extension. I think that we'll see about that. I mean, you can't really trade away Breece Hall until you put a transition tag and you get a little more like control on him. But this trade, man, I don't know. Like, I'm out there ready to interview people, prospects, and we're going to be at the Lucas Oil Stadium later to interview some players and stuff. I should probably go live on Instagram real quick because I never really do that, and I should be live on Instagram. Let me see if I can fire up a live on my Instagram for you guys live. Yep, I'm going to do that because we got to go live on everything, man. Breaking Jets news. Appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Hit that like button if you did not already. Appreciate you guys tuning in, as we always do, as I'm firing up the live here on Instagram. Let's do it. Who do you guys want to pick number 2? Let me know. Folks, we have some breaking Jets news. The New York Jets have traded away Jermaine Johnson. What the actual heck? Where did that come from? Who saw that come from? Who saw that coming? The Jets have officially traded away Jermaine Johnson for T'Vondre Sweat. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments right now. Oh, my goodness. This is crazy. We're live here from Indianapolis at the Combine, talking Jets ball because we have breaking news. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be upset that Jermaine is gone, but I think that who the Jets are getting back in, it's really simple. The way I look at this trade is very simple, and it's as simple as Johnson did not fit the Jets' new scheme. Sweat did not fit the new Titans scheme. Swap him out. Now Jermaine Johnson's a perfect scheme fit for Tennessee. Sweat is a perfect scheme fit for the Jets. They're both young. Sweat's younger. Does not have any injury problems. Jermaine's coming off an Achilles from 2 years ago. I mean, I really do. And then you also know the Jets are going to be able to replace Jermaine Johnson as soon as possible. So think of it from this perspective. The Jets are trading away Jermaine, getting back a player at a position of need, and they're going to be able to replace Jermaine Johnson immediately. Right away. We're going to have Jermaine Johnson's replacement in the building in April. Mr. Arvell Reese, or a David Bailey, or a Reuben Bain. I'm honestly okay with either of those 3. Unbelievable. Zed says, I love JJ, but we needed a run stuffer. Yes, we needed a run stuffer indeed. This was a run stuffer. Harrison Phillips, Jawan Briggs are good, solid defensive tackles. Jawan Briggs is a really good, solid piece. But now you're adding this guy. Come on, man. How can you not love it? How can you not love it, folks? Let me know where you stand on this move in the comments. This guy is a really good nose tackle. For the people wondering, if you have not seen T'Vondre Sweat, I'm showing you my screen on YouTube, and I'll even show it to you here on Instagram so you guys can see it. Look at his grades on PFF last year. He was the 5th graded defensive tackle in the entire NFL. He had a pass rush grade of 19, and he had a pass rush run defensive grade of 4th in the entire NFL. He was really good for the Tennessee Titans last year. 6'4", 362 pounds, 24 years old. I mean, you're talking about a perfect swap. I honestly love that Darren Muji, when he's making these trades, he is aggressive for getting players in return. That is massive. I think that is absolutely something to talk about when you are referencing Darren Muji with these trades. He is trading away players, but bring back players, not just picks. And I think that's important. They're scouting. This guy Sweat, obviously, the new coaching staff came in. Aaron Glenn, the scouting department, they did a lot of homework on Sweat in particular, and they felt like he'd be a perfect guy to fit this defense moving forward. I think that this is a guy that's going to be an absolute no-brainer, going to be an immediate impact. And the reality is, when Aaron Glenn became the Jets head coach, there was going to be a big overhaul, man. There's going to be a lot of guys that the Jets are going to be finding, like they're going to be shipping away the old players and bringing in the new guys, holding on to some guys they think really you can build around. Like, for example, Garrett Wilson is a scheme fit for anything. A wide receiver isn't really someone that you need to really say is a scheme fit or not. You got to build around Garrett Wilson and build around Breece Hall. Hopefully they keep him back. But having a 360-plus pound nose tackle is extremely important in this type of defense. Extremely important, especially one with young upside that's going to get better as he develops into the NFL. Absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. $5 super chat. Moose City, thank you so much for the super chat. Muji doing a great job, in my opinion. He's made moves. It's just about Glenn being able to turn it around. Yeah, I think that, there's a big thing with this trade where a lot of people are not going to like it because of the whole, perspective of the Jets missing away on Jermaine Johnson. But don't forget who the Jets are getting in return. That's what I have to say, man. That's what I have to say. Scheme fit is everything. Someone's saying Saleh just skinned the Jets. I mean, I disagree, bro. Sweat was not a scheme fit for Tennessee. Johnson is not a scheme fit for the Jets. It's a perfect swap. Jermaine Johnson, 27 years old, coming off Achilles 2 years ago. Sweat, 24 years old, 2 years of control. Jermaine, by the way, has 1 year of control. The Jets also freed up money. So if you think the Titans absolutely won this trade, I disagree. I think that the Jets needed this type of move. And I said, I'm not shocked by this. I think a few weeks ago, I said multiple times, the Jets have a decision to make on Jermaine Johnson or Will McDonald. And I really felt like one of those two guys was going to be traded away. And here we are. The Jets traded him away. Now you freed up money. You have more abilities to be aggressive in the trade market, in free agency. So, unbelievable stuff. Richie, do you think the Jets need to keep Sherwood? Yeah, he's under contract. He's not going to go anywhere unless the Jets have people calling him about a trade. I don't see the Jets trading him away. I don't think that would be smart. Let's see what the poll has to say. The poll is voting on this, and they have an 84%. Wow. Guys, hit that thumbs up button on your way into the show. Really do appreciate everybody tuning in, as always, as we are live on YouTube. We're live on X. We're live on Instagram. Shout out to everybody on the Instagram chat. Appreciate you guys tuning on in. Very interesting stuff here. I think that the injury history of Jermaine Johnson is definitely something. Jermaine Johnson was set to make $13 million, while Sweat was set to make 1.6. So how can you be upset with this trade? Again, what really matters is going to be the Jets hitting on the quarterback position more than anything. I think we can all agree with that. But I think that a trade like this is absolutely massive for the New York Jets. No doubt about it. And it's interesting, man. I got a lot of people around me that are, plugged in the NFL. I'm curious if I can just ask some of these guys just to come on in and give me their thoughts of this trade, because I would love to get a special guest on. Some people are pissed off about this, man. Mudvile says, I'm so mixed with this trade. Yes, I'm happy since Sweat is a good young D tackle, and we're getting an edge rusher at 2. However, I'm upset with it because I like JJ. We know he's a baller, and now he's with Saleh. Yep. He's going to be a baller with Saleh. You best believe that. You best believe that, man. No doubt about it. There's a lot of people around me talking about this trade, man. A lot of people around me talking about this trade. I don't really know if I see anybody that I could target for an interview. Trying to last minute snag someone, but not really the case right now. Let's do it. Should we trade Andre Cisco next? Andre Cisco is not on the Jets. He is a pending free agent, so he's not even under contract. So the Jets cannot technically trade him away. So don't worry about him. He's gone. The Jets need to get an overhaul at safety, bro. That's for sure. They need to get an overhaul, an absolute overhaul. Am I in Indy? Yes, I'm currently in Indianapolis. I'm at the Scouting Combine in the Convention Center right now as we speak. We have all the prospects speaking over there. I was about to interview Caleb Downs right as the news broke. And then I'm like, get me out of here, bro. I'll show you the video I took when I initially saw the news break. If you guys, because I was like, what? What's going on here? Hold on, let me share my screen. So this was me as soon as the news broke about this trade. Some breaking New York Jets news. The Jets just traded away Jermaine Johnson to the Tennessee Titans. He's reuniting with Robert Saleh. I just touched down in Indianapolis for the Scouting Combine here at Roundtable Sports. And what happens? The Jets make their first big move of the offseason. Wow. The Jets are getting back a really good defensive tackle, Sweat, from Tennessee. The Jets need help at the defensive tackle position, but we did talk about either Jermaine Johnson or Will McDonald, the two guys the Jets are going to have to choose between. It seems like Will McDonald is the guy they're going to be building around long-term. Darren Mucci did say he's interested in picking up his fifth-year option, but Jermaine Johnson is no longer a Jet. Coming off that Achilles injury, he was not really himself last year, but it's definitely a very big-time trade for the New York Jets, and that definitely tells you where the Jets are going to go at pick number 2. Arvell Reese, David Bailey, Ruben Bain, most likely the picks. Let me know your thoughts in the comments of this blockbuster trade, and don't forget to follow for more content. So that was my reaction when it first broke. I'm like, the Jets just what? The Jets just did what now? Really, really unbelievable stuff. Really crazy stuff. I did not see that one coming, man, whatsoever. Got to give a shout out to our proud sponsor of the channel, Mr. Sleeper themselves. Get a $100 deposit match up to $100 by using the code JETS. If you guys did not check them out by now, what are you waiting for? You guys can click that link at the top of the chat, and you will be able to get a $100 deposit match up to $100. Cannot thank them enough being a proud sponsor of the channel. Use the code JETS. They've been sponsoring us since September, man. They've been loyal to us here on Jets Media, so I appreciate if you guys can be loyal back to them. So make sure you guys go check them out. Link at the top of the description. Huge shout-out goes to our friends, our partners over at Sleeper. All right? We're going to wrap up the show here live. I'm about to be a guest on the Jake Asman Show, so if you guys want to go check me out on the Jake Asman Show, make sure you go do that. I'm going to go over to him right after I end this live. But make sure you guys go check out more content around Roundtable Sports, man. We're live all across the platforms over there, creating content on X. If you guys are on Twitter, make sure you guys go check us out. That's where we'll be posting a lot of the content. And on Instagram, TikTok, you name it. I'm going to wrap up the video, guys. Jermaine Johnson is no longer a Jet, but welcome to the Jets, Tavondre Sweat. Love you guys as always. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. Peace out. I love you guys. And I'm going to be live more often when I get back home. I promise you that. Peace out.